Yo, what's going on everybody? My name's Waverider. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to build Vauban in this totally not horrible year that is 2020. Okay, so I feel like the best way to start off this video would be to show you guys what his abilities are first. Okay, so his first ability is Tesla Nervos. What this is you essentially hold down your first ability, whichever button it may be, X, A, 1, whatever, and you charge it up, and he throws down 4 balls that roll around and electrocute enemies. So it's pretty much passive crowd control for the most part. The second ability is pretty much 4 abilities rolled up into one. It's Mind Layer. His first little thing in Mind Layer is Tether Coil. What happens is you throw this down and 2 tethers will stick out and they will attach to enemies, holding them to the ground. I kind of wish they would buff this ability and maybe make its max targets 3 instead of 2. Flechette Orb. It is a damage dealing ability. What it does is you throw down a ball and it sits there and it spins around doing puncture damage to enemies. And I believe it scales up along with enemy levels. Vector Pad is absolutely useless. Never touch it. It's a waste of energy. And Overdriver, it is useful, but I feel like it should be buffed. Because its damage increase to me is just not really enough. Alright, his third ability, Photon Strike. You throw it, it pretty much calls in a orbital strike, dealing a ton of damage to enemies. This is most effective against Corpus. I don't really find it all that effective against Grenier or Corrupted or anything like that. His last ability is Bastille. What this does is you throw it down and it lifts enemies off the ground, stripping their armor, and in the process giving Vauban extra armor, and it caps out at 1,000. So it's a really good crowd control ability. Okay, so let's get into his build. So there's a few different builds you can do with Vauban. This is the build that I use. I know it could be better because there's 2 mods that I don't have that I wish I did, and I would definitely put those on here. So first off, we have Continuity and Augur Message. These are for duration, keeping up his Bastille and Mind Layer. Then we have Primed Flow and Streamline for energy efficiency and just extra energy, because you're going to be using Bastille quite a bit, which is his most energy costly ability. And then we have Stretch and Augur Reach. These are for range, so that they extend the range of Bastille, and Tether Coil for extra crowd control. And Vauban's survivability isn't exactly the best, so what I did is I put on Steel Fiber and Vitality just to give him a little bit of extra ability. But there's 2 mods that if you have his Augment for Tesla Nervos, Tesla Bank, definitely put that one on, because that is a really high dealing damage augment, and it works really well with Bastille. So I would replace something like Steel Fiber with it. Or if you want to put on Overextended, it will make your Flechette Orbs and Photon Strike less useful, but you will have more range on your Bastille and Tether Coil. So it's totally up to you whether you want to put on Overextended or not. I have Arcane Guardian and Arcane Gaze, again for a little bit of extra survivability. Didn't mean to stutter there. But as you can see, I don't have these maxed out, so I'm going to have to do that soon. And yeah, with that, I'm going to go to the simulacrum and show you guys what his abilities do. Okay, so now that we're in the simulacrum, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what his abilities do and how you use him. So let's go ahead and get me some energy, and we're going to spawn in some heavy gunners, corrupted heavy gunners. Okay, and what you do is I'm just going to throw down some Tesla balls so that they electrocute. And then I'm gonna put on Bastille, throw on like 2 flechette orbs to help me out. And remember, the Bastille strips enemy armor and it gives you armor in the process, so it's really useful. And one thing you can do, you can use tether coil to bring enemies into Bastille. That is one thing you can do. Oh yeah, and I think I forgot to mention, Bastille turns into Vortex, so that sucks all the enemies together. And since Bastille strips armor, all it takes is 1 Tigris, or just really any shotgun shot really, and they will just all die. Oh my god, why isn't he dying? Yeah, come on, die. Thank you. So yeah, I guess I'll show you guys what each individual ability does a little more, so that you guys can see a little bit more closely as to what they actually do. So with Tesla Nervos, you charge it up, and they will latch on to enemies, and the one that they're on will always remain in a shock state, and then they have a percentage chance of electrocuting other enemies nearby. So that's what Tesla Nervos does. So this is so tether coil, you put it down, and it will attach 2 enemies and it will pin them to the ground, pretty much. Flechette orb, you throw it down, it deals puncture damage to enemies nearby. Vector pad, again, never use it. It's literally just a booster for Mario Kart. Literally does nothing. And then you have Overdriver, which will give you, if you don't have an Intensify mod on there equipped, it will give you a 25% damage buff for your weapons. So it's like a, I guess, cheaper version of Rhino's Roar, essentially. So that's all of Mine Lair. And then you got Photon Strike. Like I said, it's not that effective against Corrupted or Grenier, but that's what that does. And then you have Bastille, which, like you saw, it holds up enemies. Oh, and I don't think I ever mentioned, if you hold down Bastille, it will just spawn a Vortex. So if you hold it down, it just spawns Vortex for no extra energy cost. So there you go. So I will show you guys how to play them one more time once my vortexes stop. Please. Boop. Okay. Alright, I'm going to show you guys what to do. Why does DE have to do this? Why can't I just respawn 20 heavy gunners? That would be amazing if I could do that. Okay, so what you do, you throw down some Tesla balls. Wait, I thought I unpaused the enemies. Are they still paused? What? Wait. Oh, I took off invincibility. Oh, I'm stupid. Okay. Alright, so like I said, what you do, you throw down your balls. They will electrocute other enemies, stunning them. Passive crowd control. Put down a Bastille and 1 to 2 flechette orbs to help you out, and it just makes the killing process so much quicker. And then armor strip, and then you can just one-shot them with most guns. Oh, and also you can bring in other enemies into the vortex, or not vortex, Bastille, if you put like your tether coil on the edge of it. So that is something that you can do. Gonna put down another Bastille. Put on 2 of them, I guess, and just finish off these remaining enemies. There we go. And yeah, that's how you play. That's how you build in Vauban. Yes, he's really good at crowd control. That's what pretty much everyone uses him for. So, yeah, that's how you play Vauban. If you like this video, please make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.